Hi, I'm Beth from My Tutoring Bee, and in today's video we're talking about angle relationships in triangles, and particularly the Triangle Angle Sum Theorem. I have a few examples. Let's go ahead and get started. So really quickly, the Triangle Angle Sum Theorem just simply tells us that all angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So if we were to take these three angle measurements and add them up, it will be supplementary. It will add up to 180 degrees. So in these first two triangles, we are simply going to be finding the missing angle indicated by the question mark. So let's take a look at this first triangle. So here we see that this angle is 70 degrees and this angle is 80 degrees. Notice also the arcs. So because the 70 and the 80 are different measurements from each other, they have a different number of arcs to just indicate that they are different from each other. And as well as the side lengths, I know we're not really talking about the side lengths too much in this video. We'll get into that in other videos, but 1 mark here, 2 marks here, 3 marks here, meaning that this is a scalene triangle because all three sides are different side lengths. However, let's go ahead and set up our equation so that we can figure out what this missing angle is. So one way that we can do that is set up an equation with 70 plus 80 plus the question mark angle would equal 180 degrees. And then we just simply solve for that question mark. So 70 plus 80, we can go ahead and combine those like terms. That would be 150. So 150 plus question mark equals 180. Now you might be able to figure this one out already, but just to complete the algebraic solving here, we're going to subtract 150 from both sides. So that gives us that question mark equals 30. So our mystery angle here is 30 degrees. All right, let's take a look at this next triangle. This is going to be an isosceles triangle. And the way that I know that is that these two side lengths are congruent to each other. So an isosceles triangle has to have at least 2 side lengths. Sometimes it's 3, which is also called an equilateral triangle. However, if it's got 2, then it's going to be an isosceles triangle. And not only are the 2 side lengths equal to each other, but the 2 opposite angles, the angles opposite of those 2 congruent side lengths, are also equal to each other. So we've got this angle up here marked with this 1 arc. I'm going to go ahead and mark these 2 angles down here with 2 arcs, just to show that they are congruent to each other. So let's think about how to solve this. We know that one of the angles is 24 degrees. That means the remaining angle measurement out of the 180 that we have available for us for a triangle has got to be split up evenly between these 2 other angles down here at the bottom. So let's think of it this way. Let's go with 24 plus question mark plus question mark. Remember, both of these are the same measurement, equal 180. Well, if we subtract that 24 from both sides of our equation, we've got question mark plus question mark equals. Now we might see these as variables. You might see these as x or y or any other variable. I'm just using question marks just to indicate that this is a measurement or a number that we don't know yet. And then let's go ahead and solve this one. So we've got 156. So that 156 degrees has to be split equally between these 2 angles. So let's go ahead and divide 156 by 2. So 2 goes into 15 7 times, that's 14. And then 2 goes into 16 8 times, that goes in evenly there. So our 2 not 70, 78. Our 2 remaining angles down here are both 78 degrees. I have 2 more examples for us. Before we get into those, I do want to mention, if you find my videos helpful, please do me a favor and like and subscribe. That does help me continue making these videos. I also offer online tutoring, one-on-one tutoring. So if you have a student that is maybe needing a little bit more support in math, then feel free to reach out. I'd love to see if I could help. All right, let's go ahead and get into these two problems. So in this one, we are being asked to solve for x. So we're actually given algebraic expressions instead of just the angle measurements themselves. So it looks like this angle here is x plus 32. This angle has that little square in it, so that means it's 90 degrees. And then our smaller angle down here is 25 degrees. So we need to set up an equation and solve for x. So we are going to add up all of these angle measurements just like this and set it equal to 180. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and combine my like terms, the 25, the 32, and the 90. Let's see, so 25 plus 32 gives us 57, and 57 plus 90 gives us 147. So 147 plus x equals 180. Okay, and then to solve for that x, we're going to subtract 147 from both sides, leaving us with x over here on the left, and then let's go ahead and do some regrouping. So it looks like we're left with 33. So x equals 33. Now a lot of students will make the mistake of saying that this angle equals 33 degrees. That's just solving for x in this particular problem. If we want to actually figure out what this angle measurement actually is, if that's maybe what you're being asked for instead of just solving for x, then we need to sub in 33 for x and then solve this expression to figure out what that actual angle measurement is. So then we've got 33 plus 32, which equals 65. So this angle measurement is actually 65 degrees right here. All right, let's go down to this last problem here. So in this triangle, all of our angle measurements are labeled as expressions, algebraic expressions. So we're going to just put all of these expressions together, sum them up, and set them equal to 180. So we've got 53 plus x plus 80 minus x plus x plus 38, that is all equal to 180. So the reason that we want to set up these equations this way is so that we can actually solve for x using the algebra that we've learned how to do. If you need a little bit more help with algebraic equations and solving for variables, I have a ton of videos. I have a ton of links in the description that cover all of my videos in my pre-algebra series, but I will specifically link the one that talks about how to solve equations such as this with multi-steps. All right, so let's see if we can combine some like terms here. I've got a few x terms, so positive x minus x plus x. So one of these positives and one of the negatives are going to just cancel out, and that's just going to leave us with x. And then let's see what our numbers, our constants are. 53 plus 80 gives us 133, and then 133 plus 38, just write it out here, gives us 171. So that's positive x plus 171 equals 180. Then we're going to subtract 171 from both sides. So then x is going to give us 9. So we have solved for x. That is our solution, and it answers, oops, I forgot to box that. It answers what they asked us to do. But again, if we were being asked to find any of these particular angle measurements, we would want to sub 9 in there for x in any of these, and we could figure out exactly what the measurements of each of those angles are. I hope this video was helpful for you in learning more about angle relationships in triangles. I've got some other videos coming up about quadrilateral angle relationships as well as exterior angles, so be on the lookout for those. And please like and subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this video, and I'll see you next time.